Just to reach down between it.
Alright guys, so truck moves under its own power. Got to do some transmission adjusting. It kicks itself out of reverse. I've only had it in first and reverse thus far. Probably some carburetor adjustment because it bogs a little bit when you rev it. But other than that, front brakes are all done. I got my Moog drop springs in, my DJM shocks. Rear end is full blown in. Eric's back here knocking out brake lines. My cheese just about got knocked out. After that, we're gonna bleed them bastards. And then probably test drive this thing here in the backyard and put the bed on it. So stay tuned. We don't die. We jumped the gun a little bit on throwing the bed on. Totally forgot that should maybe do some shock brackets first. So that's next on our agenda. Joe's about to knock out some wires for me. At least start running the back here. So when we put the bed on, we're already there. But that's where we're at. Looked through on fancy pants shock brackets. check this out. Just the like couple hours we've been working on the truck. Look at big bastard. Attached to the truck. That's crazy. He's way more productive than we are. He should be the one fabricating this truck. Get it, boy. He is a violent, gross looking motherfucker. Dang, that poor cricket. We done threw him in here twice, broke his leg. All to feed a spider whose web we're about to take down here in just a second.
I feel bad, but he's gonna.
Dang, yeah, we're gonna have to move you here in about half an hour. But, alright guys, so we're no fabricators, so we're just throwing in some shock brackets here real quick. We got the lower ones burned in, and this is the way we're addressing the top. Jonas got the wires, yeah, he's got the wires tied into the factory. He ran through my frame notch and run to the back. You can grab the bed probably tomorrow, slap that bitch on.
Go for this hole, this last hole right here, and I think we're good.
Alright guys, so it's the next day. Got a little bit late. We all get up at like 4 o'clock in the morning to go to work and shit. But, and again, we're no fabricators or nothing, but I just literally needed something to keep these shocks in place. So that's the route we went. Don't mind the old nasty flux core welds, just is what it is. Clearly those are quite a bit better. But here's the route that I went to get some rear shocks in. And I cannot believe, I mean it's stiff. It's pretty damn stiff. So all I got left to do is flare this brake line and tear it into the hose. We've got somewhere a bracket to hold the hose in place. Moving forward, got one of my header collectors on real quick. You can kind of see I got some adapter fittings. I can crawl up under here. Again, not a fabricator. I've literally never done an exhaust, but I got a I think it's 2 1/4 adapter to 3. And like I said, I got that dual exhaust kit, and I kind of just got it mocked up for the moment. But this was the easy side, so I'm gonna jump over the other side, kind of get it mocked up, and then the other guys get here and finish this. All right, so again, mind you, I've never built an exhaust, but I thought it was gonna be easier to run duals, and because of my Z-bar and everything, not so much. So I was actually able to jump over the oil pan, a couple 90s, and we're just running straight down this way. I'll probably throw my fucking Y pipe and muffler on here in a minute, get it mocked up a little bit more, and send it. Alright guys, so I definitely wish I could get a better angle of this, but that's kind of just hanging up there. Not quite lined up right. It's just kind of mocked up, but basically you're jumping down off the header like that, 90 in, and I used a little 45 section on the passenger side, and they meet, and again we're mocked up right here in the center. Run down to my white pipe, and then got my Black Widow Angry Housewife, and 90 in, or 45 in, right up the side there. So this is what we're gonna run with. I gotta make it fit better, clean all this up, pull all this out, clean it all up, do a shit ton of welding. It needs a hanger. That's an exhaust.
I might have some hangers laying around.
I brought two actually.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. I don't know where they are, but I got them. So my brand new carb, not getting fucking fuel through it. So we're going through one sitting on the shelf, and best of luck to it. We're gonna send it. So apparently my 0 miles on it, brand new Holly carb is junk. The one that was sitting on the shelf you know nothing about. Well guys, we had minor success and then major failure, I guess. My brand new carb was running really good and then wasn't. And then we put the 750 on it, which is probably a little bit too big, but just dumping fuel into it. So we're gonna, I don't know, come up with a new plan of attack, check the plugs, check out my new carburetor and see why it's doing what it's doing, and move on forward. But my exhaust isn't leaking, so that's kind of excited. Right. One good thing from the night, that was a lot of effort, man. I'm actually half proud of myself for,
What's that white pipe look like?
I'd never built an exhaust before. Alright guys, unfortunately, this is where we're going to have to end the episode. And it's completely my fault. Though I had multiple fuel filters laying around, I neglected to use any of them. So it's my fault that my new carburetor wasn't working. We did end up tearing into it and there was all kinds of gunk in it. We had used like 3 different fuel cells while we were, running the truck around back and forth in the front yard and everything. So it's my fault. I do actually have my rebuild kit already. So next video we should be driving Sandy because I'm down to this is putting the bed on, bolting it down, getting my fuel cell in place. And I need to replace some of the little brass crush washers on my brake caliper. But other than that, that's where we're at, man. Like the next episode, we should be driving Sandy. Should be. Fingers crossed, knocking on wood. We're so close. But yeah, I want to be upset, but at the same time, I'm so not. And Eric and I and Joe jumped in towards the end there to do some wiring. Saturday, my buddy and I rebuilt that rear end, Sunday, Eric and I installed it. We pulled the engine and transmission, replaced those freeze plugs, had it back in and running the same day, pulled it around at the front yard, and then later in the week, Thursday, Friday, we did the brake lines, did all the suspension brackets and everything, got everything completely burned in, ready to go. And I know a lot of like pros, if anybody ever watches this show, if it ever becomes relevant, are probably going to criticize the way that we did those shocks, but they work just fine. The truck's never going to load or haul anything. It's just a cruiser, so it's fine. And also, I'm very proud of myself for that exhaust. Maybe next time I get out there, I'll try and get the truck up in the air a little bit so you can get a better view of it. But I've never built an exhaust, and I went 3-inch for whatever reason, so there was very little room to make it happen. But man, that Black Widow muffler with those full 3-inch and those little shorty headers and that little real mild cam, I am excited to hear this truck and how it's actually going to sound when I get it running, man. So stay tuned, man. You guys don't forget to like, subscribe, share. We've broke 1,000. We're still growing slowly, but we're growing. And man, next episode or 2, I'm going to say 2 just because, you know, cars are cars, man. Shit happens driving this thing. So stay tuned. Deuce.